This is Dr. Bradley Kopsar, and I'm here to walk you through the guidelines, the different steps of the Structural Reset program. In this program, we're going to go through 3 different phases. The first phase is to reduce inflammation. Okay, it always starts with reducing inflammation. Healing can't start until inflammation is under control. So we need to get this done. It's going to take most people 10 to 14 days to achieve this first step. We want to do it without the use of any prescription or over-the-counter medication, so we can avoid all those nasty side effects. The second phase is then to move into the freedom of movement phase. In this phase, we want to restore range of motion to your joints and then your flexibility and extensibility to your muscles. So we got lots of great tips and tools to help you do that. Now in the third phase, this is the final phase, now we need to strengthen the muscles so that those first 2 phases are not just temporary. Okay? Nothing becomes permanent until we start strengthening, because that is really essentially programming your muscles. And we need to program them to be in this new healthy place. So we're going to start gradually, we're going to start slow and gradually work it up to a point where it can actually move into a fitness program as well. Okay, this is the massage block section of the freedom of movement phase 2 in the structural reset. This is once inflammation is under control, this step is to relax your muscles so you have the ability to move freely without stiffness in your joints and muscles. We're going to focus on muscles that are most frequently used during your day-to-day activities that require use of your body in a strained or awkward way, and we're going to address the stress and tension. Okay, so we're going to begin with the tension, headache, and neck release kit. Okay, this is to improve neck mobility and muscle health. Imagine stopping a tension headache in 15 minutes without taking medication. The neck kit provides a perfect suboccipital release without the aid of a therapist. And with this tool, you can stop tension headaches early before they settle in for a multi-day battle. So you'll notice the double prongs on the tool. You want to place those with the spinous processes of the spine in the center of the prongs. Okay? Just like so, as Judy's showing on the spine. Okay, so then Judy's going to go ahead and put that down on the mat, lie back on the tension tool so that her neck is placed with the spinous processes in the center of the prongs. Just using the weight of her head, she's going to use that to release the muscles, keeping her knees bent. Using a gentle pressure, we're starting on your first time with just a 5-minute session. You're going to move your head around. You can roll it around till you find the right place that you want to release. And then once you find that, just hold that position, take some deep breaths, and just feel the tension melt away. With each breath, you can press a little harder if there's not any pain. You may have some discomfort, that would be expected, but you don't want to have pain. If it is too painful, then you need to continue and go back to step 1 to the reducing inflammation phase. After 5 minutes, you can come up, and you would follow this with either some gentle stretching and along with maybe use of the massage stick and icing. Next, we're going to use the low back and mid back tool. Again, this one has double prongs as well, and a place for the spinous processes to rest in between. You can use this on the mid back, and you can use it on the lower back. Okay, and Judy's going to lie back on that now. Again, with the spinous processes in the center of the prongs, find a place that you want to release, keeping your knees bent and just using your body weight to adjust your intensity. When you find the place, you can roll around, move your legs side to side. That'll help you find where the muscles are that you want to release. And you'll know just by how it feels. And again, just using the breath to relax into the tool. Deep breaths. Each time you exhale, you can put again a little more pressure, and this is going to stop the spasms in your lower back. Okay, the low back tool is designed to target the muscles very close to the spine. Okay, it forces the muscles to the low back to relax by leveraging your own body weight to apply pressure. After 5 minutes, you can come up. Again, you can see how you feel the next day. If you didn't have too much soreness, you can increase your session to 10 minutes, and then following that up to 12 to 15, but make sure you're doing it gradually. The massage blocks can also be used to help relieve symptoms from tennis elbow, carpal tunnel, and just general forearm pain. So you can use either one. The larger one, the neck release block, can be used it's more of it to start out with. Okay, so placing your forearm in between the two prongs, and you can do the forearm flexors, just using your body weight. You can turn your arm sideways and then palm up to get your extensors as well. Okay, and you can even go above your elbow and push down using your triceps. Okay, the low back or mid back block can be also used in the same way, but it is more intense, so this would be more of an advanced release of the forearm. Okay, and the same thing, using your body block or your body weight and holding 5-minute sessions to start, and increasing to 10 to 15-minute sessions. This would also be followed by either some gentle stretching or foam rolling. All right, today we're going to be covering the massage stick. If you can't find a massage stick, you can actually use a rolling pin, but one of these are actually pretty easy to find, but pretty relatively inexpensive. Okay, you're gonna sort of tuck the stick into your stomach in a more vertical position, and then arm in behind, straighten out your arm, full extension of the elbow, and then you can get at the tricep nicely that way. You want to do the lateral head and the medial head, so you can move your arm around and get the entire muscle. And you can also do the front. You can do the biceps by just moving your arm in front. Okay, that's going to help with any elbow problems or shoulder problems. And then last, we're going to do the cervical spine. Just going up and down. And again, starting slow and progressively deeper. You can start with the right side first, come right down to the shoulder, and all the way up just below your occiput, and about 20 passes per side. Okay, you want to place enough pressure to create discomfort but not pain. If you feel yourself tensing or tightening, you're defeating the purpose and preventing the benefits. So make sure that you're not moving too fast, too hard, too fast. A little bit of redness afterwards is normal, but if a bruising appears, make sure that you let that bruising totally heal before you go to work on it again. All right, and you want to follow up your session with a little bit of stretching. This is a continuation of the second phase of structural reset, freedom of movement, using the Styrofoam roller. Mid back and upper back, the rhomboids area in between your scapula. Place the foam roll under the middle of your back. Support your head, or you can just bring your arm straight up to increase the intensity of the foam roller. Lift your hips off the floor and roll towards your shoulders, being mindful of hot spots. When you reach your shoulders, you can shift side to side and massage your rhomboids. If you experience fatigue, rest your hips and take a break. And then you can go back up and continue some more. We're going to move right now into the latissimus, or the lats. And you're going to do that by just slightly turning sideways and using the same motion that you were using. You're going to massage the big latissimus dorsi that goes down the side of your upper and mid back. All of these will, of course, be performed on both sides. And next, you can just continue rolling right over and get into the pec and chest region. This is going to be a very small, concentrated movement. You control the intensity by the weight of your body. The more body weight, the more intense the release will be. And that concludes our styrofoam roller exercises. This is the stretching portion of the structural reset. These exercises can be done anytime during the day. More time is usually available in the morning or evening hours. So just set yourself up to succeed by setting up a time that's going to work for you so you can do it consistently. We're going to start with upper body, starting with the neck flexion. You start by lowering your chin to your chest. Hold for 5 seconds and then return to a starting position. We'll do this for 10 repetitions. And this is a good exercise that you can do at work while you're working on your computer to avoid and prevent neck strain. Start with 5-second holds and then work up to 10 seconds. Next, we'll go into neck extension. So without arching your back, slowly move your head backwards so you're looking upward and hold for 5 seconds.
Stop. It's right and left.
I know, but it fits better this way. I need to change that.
Sorry.
It's okay. Start again. We're now moving into the stretching section of the structural reset. This should be completed after you have done your massage tool exercises like the styrofoam rolling and the massage blocks. You want to do your stretching in a time of day so that you can do it consistently to set yourself up to succeed. So usually in the mornings or evenings are best. We're going to start with the upper body, starting with the neck flexion. You're going to start by lowering your chin to your chest. Hold for 5 seconds and return to starting position. We're going to do this for 10 repetitions. You're going to increase over time gradually to 10 seconds. And this is a good exercise you can do at work, especially if you're working at a computer, to help prevent neck strain. You're going to follow this with neck extension. So without arching your back, slowly move your head backwards so you're looking upwards and hold again for 5 seconds before returning to neutral position. Once again, you'll repeat this 10 times. Next, we're moving on to rotation. So I'm going to have you start, slowly turn your head to the left. Hold again for 5 seconds to start, and slowly turn to the right and hold for 5 seconds. And then return to starting position and do 10 repetitions of these, gradually increasing to 10-second holds. If you're working at a computer, this is something good you can do every couple hours to help prevent neck strain. Okay, next we're going to move on to the armpit stretch. With this one, we're going to sit tall, and if you can, hold your one arm onto a edge of your chair, and then using the other hand, you're going to grab the top of your head and slowly pull your head to the side while rotating your chin down. Start with 5-second holds and gradually increase over time, and repeat on both sides. Following this, we're going to move into lateral flexion, sitting in the same position, holding the chair with one hand, grab the top of your head with the opposite hand, and pull your ear down to your shoulder. Hold for 5 seconds, and then repeat on the opposite side, gradually increasing to 10 seconds, and you're going to do 10 repetitions. Now we're going to move into the body flexion and stretch. Start on your knees, hands across your abdomen, and slowly lean forward. Let your hands stretch forward. And hold for 10 seconds, breathing deep before returning back to neutral position, and repeat 10 repetitions. Next, we're going to move on to the press up. With the press up, you're going to start by lying on your stomach. Arms out in front, and begin to raise your body, your upper body slowly while keeping your pelvis flat on the floor. You want to create an arch in your back. Go up only as far as you can without discomfort, and take some deep breaths, holding there for 5 seconds, slowly increasing to 10 and up to as much as 30 seconds. You're going to do 10 repetitions of that. That's great for the lower back. Next, we're going to have Judy stand up, and we're going to do some side bends. Stand straight, hands above head. Slowly reach your hands to the right and hold for 10 seconds. Then straighten up again, pause, and go to the left. Again, holding for 10 seconds. You're going to straighten up again and repeat this one 10 times, alternating side to side. Now we'll move on to the upper extremity stretches, starting with the tricep. You can sit or stand for the tricep. Bend your elbow and reach back to your shoulder blade with your upper hand. Use your other hand to pull the elbow back until you feel a stretch along the back of your upper arm. Hold for 5 to 10 seconds, and then repeat on the opposite side. And you'll want to work your way up to 20 to 30 second holds. Next, we're going to do the bicep stretch. This is in a seated position. You want to sit tall with your legs straight, placing your palms on the floor by your hips with fingers pointed away from your body. Reach back with your arms until you feel a stretch along your front upper arms. Keep your elbows straight and do not arch your back. You're going to hold for 5 to 10 seconds and gradually work your way up to 30 seconds. Next, we're going to do the posterior shoulder, pulling across the shoulder. You can do this in a standing or sitting up position. Raise one arm forward to shoulder level and bend your elbow. With the opposite hand, grab the elbow and pull it across your chest until you feel a stretch in the back of your shoulder. These should always have some slight discomfort, but never super painful. Never pull so hard or stretch a muscle so hard that it begins to tighten and guard, because you're just defeating the purpose of the stretch at that point. Next is the corner stretch. This is for the chest. Stand in a corner with your arms out to the sides and elbows bent 90 degrees. Rest your forearms on the walls. Slowly shift your weight forward over your legs until you feel your chest stretch. Do not rest your entire body weight on your arms, as this can overstretch the stabilizing structures of the shoulder. Hold for 5 to 10 seconds and work your way up to 20 to 30. Okay, we're going to do a demonstration today for the tubing exercises of the upper body for posture correction. Okay, with the tubing, you can either wrap it around a post like we have it tied up, or you can just pinch the tubes together in the middle, close the door on it, and make sure it's a solid latch, and then you can just use that as a place to install your home tubing unit. Okay, so let's begin. We're going to start first with the upper traps, okay? So these muscles up here, okay, the trapezius is a diamond-shaped muscle that goes like this across your back. So we're going to begin with the upper traps. Make sure that your thumbs are turned out and pointing back. Shoulders are externally rotated here. And you're going to squeeze back and hold for 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1, rest and back. 2, 3, 4, rest and back. Okay, so you're going to do 8 repetitions like that. Then we're going to do some pulses. So now, without the hold, 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way up to 8. The reason why we do it that way is because the holds are to build strength, the repetitions are to build endurance. So we want to work the muscle in both ways. So that's the upper traps. Next we're going to go on to the middle traps. So now the center part, muscles of the diamond, elbows are extended, locked out, palms up, and just squeeze back and hold. 2, 3, rest, and back. 2, 3, rest. Again, 8 repetitions with the hold, 4-second holds. Then another 8 repetitions to get the endurance part. Squeeze. 2. So make sure that you see how Judy's initiating the movement from her scapulas. It's not from the arms, it's coming from her shoulder blades. Third, now we're going on to the lower trap. So now the bottom of the diamond. This one is going to be the most challenging. Okay? Now just come on back. So your arms are kind of like you're hugging a beach ball, and then lift it straight up here. So you squeeze and initiate the movement from here. Hold. 2, 3, 4, and rest. Back. 2, 3. Notice the angle. It's about a 45-degree angle here, and initiating from there. 8 again. 8 with the 4-second hold. Now 8 with the repetitions. Okay. Now for the fourth one. The fourth is called scaption. This is a combination of externally rotating the shoulders as well as elevating the rib cage. So this should be about 90-degree angle here in your elbows. In this particular one, your wrists are in a upright position, your hands in an upright position like that. So you're going to rotate back and elevate the rib cage and hold. 2, 3, rest and back. 2, 3, rest again, 8 with a 4-second hold, and then 8 repetitions. Working the external rotators of the rotator cuff as well as the elevators of the rib cage. Last one, this one is called the rhomboids. So we're going to take that 90-degree angle and then just move it up here now, okay? And we're going to squeeze from in between the shoulder blades here. Again, squeeze. 2, 3, 4, and rest and back. 2, 3, 4, and back. 2. Again, 8 repetitions, 4-second holds. And then we're going to do 8 repetitions without the holds for a total of 16. Okay? Same count all the way through on all the exercises. Hope you find this helpful. And you can do these exercises every day. They don't break down muscle tissue like heavy weights. But they're great for posture, and I swear to you, in 3, 4, 5 days at the most, you're going to feel yourself feeling more upright. And that's going to help start reducing the stress that most of us carry back there in the shoulders and in our neck. All right? Great. Good job. Thank you.